And I think we do know, don't we, that it's possible as you grow older. Maybe this is my connection with Psalm 73. I'll come around to that in a minute. That you can grow bitter the older you become, to become a grumpy old man or a grumpy old woman. And I think Anna truly had things to be bitter about. Think of her, yes, this is my connection with Psalm 73. Think of her thinking about her contemporaries, her friends, who married about the same time as she did in the village. And who had long and perhaps fruitful marriages. Think about her dwelling on that for a moment. And feeling bitter, or being tempted to feel bitter and envious that they had their husbands for many years and they had children, they had wonderful, happy marriages. And she lost her husband after only 7 years and then had to live all those years as a widow. It would have been very easy for her to dwell on those things and become bitter. But it seems that her immediate instinct here is to give thanks. She's a thankful person. Now, I don't know if you've looked into happiness science at all. I've looked into a few surveys and scientific surveys, let's say. What psychologists say, basically. And one of the key things they identify as a factor in being a happy person is the element of thankfulness or gratitude, thanksgiving. PositivePsychology.com, for example, lists the following benefits of gratitude, of a grateful heart. Increased happiness and positive mood, more satisfaction with life, less materialistic, less likely to experience burnout, better physical health, better sleep, less fatigue, lower levels of cellular inflammation, greater resiliency. It also encourages the development of patience, humility, and wisdom if you're a thankful person, if you practice gratitude. Some people say, just think of 3 things at the end of each day that you're thankful for and just reel them off, meditate upon them. Thankfulness is a wonderful thing, isn't it? Now, Psalm 73 comes in here because if you look at Psalm 73, it's a struggle the man has with envy. Envy literally means to look upon. And it's when you look on other people, the Joneses, your contemporaries, the people that you've grown up with, and you see they're doing better, you think they're doing better than you. They have better houses and better cars and more money than you do. And for me, he's a better preacher than I am, so forth, all of that. And you're tempted to envy, and the man is in the grip of envy. And he comes out of it by looking to the Lord, by coming to his senses spiritually and looking to what he has as a believer. And he sees that absolutely trumps, no, sorry to use that word, overwhelms all that they might have materialistically. And at the end he says, as for me, it is good to be near God. As for me, it is good to be near God. I think that was the experience of Anna. She was near God. She knew what it was to live in his presence. She was spiritually minded. She was always thinking about him. She wasn't looking on the others, on her friends who'd had lovely, happy marriages and envying them. It's so easy, isn't it, for us to turn bitter. There are always things that we can be bitter about. But Anna, particularly I think as she saw the baby and gave thanks, she saw something that in Jesus that can always overcome bitterness and envy and negativity.